Okay, so I am doing a video kind of a wife's perspective of truck driving. I went with Marty July 27th for a week, and it was eye-opening. Okay, so first I want to explain something. Okay, so let's say this is a 24-hour period of time. And in that 24 hours, a truck driver can only be on duty 14 hours. So the green is the 14. And then out of that 14, he can only be driving 11, which is the yellow. And so in the other 2.5 hours is for, because in that 11 hours, they have to take a 30-minute break. So from the 3, it's a 2.5 hours. So in that 2.5 hours is when you are loading or unloading, you are getting gas or doing whatever you need to do. But you must take the 10-hour break and the 8-hour break. So it was kind of confusing to me till I kind of tried to write it down. Anyway, so they have to do an inspection and then try to see what all's, make sure that the truck is in working order. And there's so much to do even before. And he's working, but he's not on the clock because the clock does not start until you turn the truck on. Now that it's computerized, you can't fudge it. It used to be you could fudge a little bit. Not now. It's you turn that truck on and you are on duty. So he's making sure that the oil's good and the tires are good and everything's good. And me, I'm kind of freaking out, okay? Because we don't know where we're going to go. And how do you get ready if you don't know where you're going to go? We're pretty sure we're going to go to Texas, but could be California, could be Colorado, could be just Wisconsin. It was just not sure. And what to do. I got a fanny pack, and I brought a fanny pack, and I didn't bring a big old purse. It was just a fanny pack that I could carry my phone and my my wallet in. Anyway. So we found out where we were going to go. We were going to go to Tyler, Texas. And that was kind of exciting for me because my sister lives in Paris, Texas, and so we would get to see my sister and my niece. And then my niece and nephew live in Tyler, Texas, but my niece was on vacation, so we wouldn't get to see her. And then I have a cousin in Joplin, Missouri, and then I have a friend in Kansas that I hadn't seen in 30 years that we were going to hopefully see. So I was kind of excited, but kind of in a little anticipating thing. Getting up and down in the truck was kind of a little daunting for me because I was having some hip issues. And I'm going, how am I going to do this? How am I going to get up and down all these times for all week? So it takes some time, but it takes 2 hands. I'll try to do 2 hands here. Okay. And, I have it the other way.
What? Oh.
Anyway.
Whoop. Where's your reverse? Why isn't there reverse?
We can stop it. Oh, we had a lot of laughs, and we're having more. I just did a bunch of video thing, and I didn't have the camera on, so we got to redo it. Anyway, So now I got to get my thought pattern back in. So, yeah, it's a pretty quiet truck for trucks go, but that constant humming and the bouncing. Now, I was really impressed that the seats bounce with you. So it's not like you're constantly bouncing on a hard surface that it kind of gives that has springs. But it's still the bouncing all the time, hours and hours and hours. And it's like, wow, he does that really well. Okay. And so
if you're gonna show the back, you gotta stop. You can't do it.
I'll show you the back. First, you take your shoes off because Marty's a really clean guy.
I try to be, but it's not very clean right now.
And so then it's pretty spacious here, but we kind of had a lot of stuff here. I had to go over. And there's the bed. And it's a nice size bed. And then there's a bunk up there. And that's where he keeps some extra stuff. He's very organized. He has his clothing here. And he's doing laundry right now. And then a TV, which is kind of nice. And a microwave and a little refrigerator that has some, there's a little drawer I forgot about. But the refrigerator has lots of stuff in it, or drinks. At least he can have a cold drink. That's kind of nice. Yeah, summer sausage and cheese. And then there's some other storage up here. And then there's some storage here. That's his cleaning supplies. He's a very clean guy. He keeps it nice and clean. And then here's some more clothing and coffee things. And then some more storage down there. And so it seemed like, oh, this is not going to be too bad. Kind of like camping.
My dad.
So, okay, so we started out Monday, July 27th.
Something like that, yeah.
And we didn't know where we were going to go until we found out we were going to go to Texas. It was about 7:30, 8 o'clock that he...
In the morning on Monday, yeah, we finally got a load going from Lakeville, Minnesota to Tyler, Texas.
And before that, Marty was like, well, we have to hurry and get going because, and I'm going, okay, you load at 4 in the afternoon. It's an hour and a half away. Why is it such of a big deal to get going? Well, I found out. Okay, so what we did was we went to Walmart and picked up a couple things that we had forgotten.
Yeah, about $50 worth of snacks. Food.
And then
water.
We went to pick up the trailer, and you have to pick up the trailer, and you have to do the inspection and stuff on that too. And then we drove down to Lakeville. And Lakeville's 80 miles away, so it's about an hour and a half.
And I like to be early. I always like to be an hour to 2 hours early, because if you get it loaded earlier, that's good.
And that worked out this time. And so we had to get the trailer washed out first. And so you have to do that. And then you have to get a certain a check or something like that to be
pay
able
for
to
the
pay
trailer,
for
yeah.
the trailer from the boss.
Yeah.
Then we were there. We got the trailer washed out at 2:45, and then we went over across the street to the place we were gonna load.
It was close by, yeah.
And they actually loaded us early, that's a good thing. And so we were actually loaded by 4:15, and we weren't supposed to start loading till 4.
It would have been like 6 if we would have been on time. So
yeah, so that worked out. He's very wise in doing that and going early so that he can get started earlier, so he doesn't have to drive so late. So, like I said, in that 24-hour period of time, you have that 14 hours you can be on duty, the 11 hours that you can drive. So we had started about 7:30, and So we had till about 9:30 to be done. But then in doing that, you have to be careful, and you have to know where a stopping point is. You have to know where the truck stops are.
Truck stop or rest area.
Or rest areas and stuff. And you have to figure out in between, make sure that you have a place. So anyway, we drove until dark. And it was going to be pretty tight because we were supposed to be in Tyler, Texas to unload at 4 a.m. on Wednesday morning.
Wednesday. We still have another day. Yeah.
And, but because it included our wait time, our load time, that we didn't have a ton of extra time.
Yeah. And my boss knew that it was really going to be a tight run in a really early morning delivery.
So anyway, but so then we went to a Pilot truck stop in Osceola, Iowa, and went for the night. And you have to pray that you get a parking spot. It was pretty full.
Yeah, I try to be done driving like 7 p.m. most days, because after that it's hard to get a parking spot a lot of times. There's not enough parking spots. There's not enough truck stops or rest areas in the country, because there's like 2.5 million trucks, and there's just not enough parking. So if you're not done by 7-8 o'clock, it's sometimes hard to get a spot. But we got one. It was kind of on the end, but we got a spot.
Yeah. So then you can't drive until 7 in the morning, because you have to have your 10-hour break.
Yeah, it was like 9:50 when we were done. So yeah, 10 hours would be 7:50 in the morning, which is good. That's when I like to start anyway. That worked out good.
Yeah. So then
for that day.
Yeah. We
so
started
Tuesday
out
morning,
at 7.
no?
Tuesday morning. Yeah, we started out at 7. And then we were going through Joplin, but we were really tight, and we didn't want to spend lots of time, and you have your fueling, and we both have to go to the bathroom a little more than some. And so we had a lot of bathroom stops. We do have emergency stuff in here, but you try not to use it.
TMI, anyway. But yeah, that takes time. It adds up those stops.
Yeah. My cousin lives in Joplin, Missouri, and I hadn't seen him in like 2.5 years since my dad's funeral. And so we got to stop and see him, but it was like 15 minutes. We're like, hey, here we are. We met up. Hi, how are you? How's things going? Fist bump, whatever you do for the COVID thing. And then see you later. Masks, the whole thing. And then we went on our way, and we were trying to hurry and get to Paris, so that at Paris we could take our 30-minute break, because it was almost the 8 hours. Well, we come to some really bad rainstorm, and the wind was just blowing us. And when you're in a big rig, the wind really catches you. And this happened while we were going through construction. And construction and a windy rainstorm is not a very good combination for a truck driver.
We were in southern Oklahoma and then going into northern Texas when that happened.
Yeah.
So that slowed us down. And so we wanted the 30-minute break to be when we were in Paris so we could see her sister, but it didn't. We ended up having to stop before that and waste the 30 minutes just on the side of the road.
Yeah, and what you don't realize is there's a computer that starts beeping at you. You need to take your break. And if you don't take that break, you're in violation. And if you get caught with a violation, it can be several $1,000s fine. So you don't want to be in violation. So here we were, probably 15-20 minutes from Paris, and we had to pull over on the side of the road, not even at a rest stop, and wait for our 30 minutes. Now, it was fine when it was the two of us. We laughed, we joked, we had fun, we learned about each other more. But by yourself, that would be
It gets
kind of
frustrating,
frustrating.
yeah.
It really would. And I'm learning more and more of why you have your little hobbies. It was very good for me to see this. Anyway, and then after that, we had to hurry because we're trying to make it there. You know, we're trying to make it, and this is really strict, but we're going right through the town my sister lived in. And again, I hadn't seen her in 2.5 years because she didn't make it. She was ill when we had my mom's birthday party, and so I hadn't seen her since my dad's funeral 2.5 years ago. And so we stopped and saw her and my niece and the little ones, and
15-20 minutes, that's all
Yeah.
we really had, but it was a short visit, but it was nice.
it was watching the kids play in the parking lot. You know,
Yeah.
they thought it was great seeing Uncle Marty's truck. Oh my goodness, that was great. And he gave them spoons that he had carved. And the next week, they were actually playing. They had pictures of them playing with the spoons that Uncle Marty had carved. Uncle Marty in the big truck. That was pretty special. So doing little special things like that is kind of fun.
Yeah.
He's done that quite often.
Well, and it doesn't happen very often when you can see family or friends on the road. But when you do, it's just a nice extra little blessing. And sometimes it's just a short visit, but it means a lot.
Yeah, so we went on, and because we had gotten stuck in the rainstorm and in the construction, we had gotten slowed down, and we were unable to make it to our stop.
Yeah, from Paris, we were still like 2.5 hours from Tyler, 2 hours or whatever, from where we were going to deliver at 4 a.m. Wednesday morning. Well, we only had a little time left, so we ended up having to stop at Mount Pleasant, and that was about 9:15.
And I was doing the math on the mileage, and if you're like driving 11 hours, what is the most you've ever
Well, it depends
done?
it depends on the speed limit, and police, and officials look at your logs, and they know how far you could get because they know what the speed limits are in those states. But I mean, between 600 and 700 is a good day. Average in between 55 and 70 or 80 in some states, so it depends. But
Yeah.
I try to get 600, but if you get close to 700, that's really good. But it was already a long day, and I could have actually drove over hours, another hour and a half, and got to Tyler by 4 a.m. We had time to get there. We had 6 hours still, but we only had we were out of time legally. So I would have had to drive over hours, an hour and a half to get there. And I decided, no, we better just stop. So we stopped at Mount Pleasant at 9. So then we couldn't start driving until 7 a.m. And so we got there about 8:30, which was like 4.5 hours late. But my boss understood everything because he knew it was tight anyway. So, yeah.
So the first day, we did 80 miles to where we went in Lakeville. And then it was another 350 miles till we got done. So it was a total of 430 miles. But that was with load time. That was with cleaning the tractor time.
Yeah,
truck
the
time.
first day a lot of times isn't a full day because you didn't start really early and you had to load and clean and all that stuff. Yeah. So
And
that's
from
pretty good for a first
Osceola,
day, really.
yeah, from Osceola to Mount Pleasant was 630 miles.
Yeah, so that's a good full day.
Pretty good full day.
Yeah, especially with wind and rainstorm.
Yeah. So
We didn't waste a lot of time. Even stopping for 2 visits, we didn't waste time. We made really good time driving. So
yeah, because those were within that
didn't
2.5
make us late.
hours. That was
That
within
wasn't
those 2.5 hours.
yeah.
Anyway, so then we got there the next day, Wednesday. We got to Tyler to unload, and it was this big place that had it was gated, and you had to go in through it. You had to check in before you could go in.
It's a food distribution warehouse is what it is. I haul everything frozen, and they're all food distribution warehouses where I load and unload it. So yeah, it was huge. They must have had 200-300 docks there.
Yeah. So we got there, and yes, we were 4 hours late, but
they did not unload us until 4:30 that afternoon.
And that happens a lot. When you're late, you just gotta wait because you're late. But most of the time they try to get you in. But yeah, we waited all day and we sat and watched TV and ate and did stuff.
Yeah, so from 8 till 4:30, you're sitting there. Now, because we were together and we laughed and we did different things.
It's part of the fun of the trip together, but it's
Yeah,
a downer when you're alone.
But yeah, when you're alone, I'm going, oh, now I understand his need to try to find something that he can do during these times instead of sitting here getting crabby. And so I have way more appreciation for his spoon carving or his watching videos of
Bushcrafting.
bushcrafting
making
with
videos.
Mike Barton, or making videos or doing silly things. That he's such of an inspiration that he doesn't get down and depressed. I mean, maybe some, but tries to find,
make the best of it. Yeah,
tries to find ways to make the best of things. Because I think I would get kind of crabby. I really would. Anyway, so after that, we drove to, because we didn't get they didn't start unloading us till 4:30.
Yeah, it was close to 5 when we were loaded. But remember, we started driving at 7 in the morning, so our day is almost over, even though we sat all day. So that's a day where you use up your hours, but you didn't get very far. We really didn't drive very far.
Yeah, so
and we got to reload the next day, but wasn't in a hurry because we weren't going to load till like 9 in the morning. So now we kind of took our time the rest of the day and really only drove another half hour.
Yeah, so and we found the nice little truck stop in Canton, Texas,
just west of Tyler,
and it had an A&W.
It was wonderful.
It was very good. So we're like, oh yes, we get some root beer, and we went there and they were out of root beer. Oh well, but they had very good food. I had fish, and Marty had burger and onion rings and a shake, and it was good. And then we took a walk around, and there was this huge buzzing in the trees, and I thought it was cicadas, but Marty has read about these buzzing spiders.
Yeah.
So he's kind of a little freaking out.
They didn't sound like Minnesota's cicadas. They might have been. It could have been a katydid also. Somebody said a katydid or something. I don't know. But they were like loud, whizzing noises in the trees. And I remember one time in North Carolina, they told me it was spiders. And yeah, I don't like spiders.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know what it was. But yeah, it was interesting.
We were going to try to get a geocache and decided that it was too far out in the woods. He decided it was too far out in the woods. He was like freaking out. Oh, you're going in the tall grass.
She's braver than me.
I grew up with spiders. So
Yeah.
it's okay. Anyway, so in the morning, my nephew, we were in Tyler, Texas, but my nephew works from like 3 in the afternoon till 3 in the morning. And so we didn't get to see him. And he decided that he was going to stay up and do his laundry or whatever, and then come and see us. So he drove 45 minutes after working all night, basically, being up all night since 3 the day before, and to see us. And we saw him for 15 minutes, a half hour, had some coffee, got some pictures. It was kind of fun that way, but felt bad for him that he stayed up, but he wanted to see Aunt Marilyn, so we kind of got this. I'll never forget the first time I met him when he was 2. He looked up at me with these big brown eyes and says, "Aunt Marilyn, I love you." And I went, oh, melt my heart. I just love that southern drawl.
Yeah, and he still has it. He's in his
they have that southern drawl, and I kind of start to get that when I'm there. I don't know why I do that.
Even when she just talks about it.
I do.
It's cute.
Anyway. Then we left at 7:15 to go to Fort Worth. And so we went to Fort Worth, and I'm thinking it takes us a long time to get unloaded, right? I mean, it took
loaded. And
loaded,
you never know.
unloaded.
But yeah.
So I went with my niece and my great niece and my great nephews, great nephew. Anyway,
they picked her up while I was getting loaded.
yeah, and so we were going to go for breakfast or do something, and we got back and he was already done. I mean, I don't think we were gone that long, but anyway. So, but it was interesting because the donut shops have burritos. Yeah, so we got a breakfast burrito at a donut shop. So it was good, I guess, because I can't eat that stuff. But anyway, and so then we left. We were loaded and gone by about 11 or 12.
And this was on Thursday now. And now we're rushed on the way there, but now this load, so 11 o'clock Thursday morning, we're only a day and a half from Minnesota, and it's delivering in Minnesota and Egan. So we have
Monday morning.
Monday morning. We had the whole weekend now. So my boss gave me one like that because we were rushed going there, and it was a hard delivery. And so now we could take our time driving back and enjoy the weekend. So that was kind of fun. We did take our time.
Yeah, it was kind of nice. We did some different little. We geocache. That's where you find this little treasure and you write your name on it or whatever. So we stopped at this one place at Gainesville, Texas, and it was a gas station, and there was a little geocache in a certain spot, and so we're do it, and then we go in and we get a drink, and we get out to the truck, and I can't find my phone. I look and look, and so I have my fanny pack on, and I'm looking, and I can't find it. There's no phone. Just, I'm like, oh no, what did I do with it? So Marty, wonderful person that he is, he goes to find it.
It was like 150 degrees out. I had to walk like a mile. No, not really. Just walk back in the truck stop.
He went and he looked where we did geocaching. It wasn't there. And looked where we got our drinks. And the people there were so gracious that they actually even looked on the video to see if they could find where I put that phone. And I'm just going, it's taken him so long.
They actually found you. They seen you and me, and they're looking on the video and trying to see, we don't see a phone anywhere. And yeah, it was pretty nice of them to do that.
It was so kind. And so I'm going, where, it's taken him so long. So I go to get out, and here in between my belly and my fanny pack is my phone. Oh no. And so I was gonna call Marty, and his phone was in here, and so I'm gonna have to get out. Well, he was coming, and I went, oh no, he's gonna be so mad. He just took all this time and all this effort to do that, and he laughed. Laughed at my silliness. That was so sweet that he laughed, because yeah, that was kind of embarrassing. Anyway,
I'm glad you had it.
Yeah.
Better that you found it than
some of the memories. Anyway.
Yeah. We laughed so hard, and just talking and enjoying the country and time together. It's wonderful.
And then somewhere along the way, I don't remember what town it was in, we stopped at a little truck stop, and we got a geocache. We had to walk by somebody who was sleeping underneath a tree. That was kind of a little strange. And there were goats. There was goats in this little pond by there. They were around the pond, not in the pond. So then we went inside, and it was this little quaint shop that had some really nice things. And so Marty got me this hat. It says, "God bless this mess," and made something beautiful. Anyway,
Ephesians 2:8 on there.
Yeah, and then another shirt, a shirt to match, and it says, anyway,
cherished girl on the front, on the back. If anyone is Christ, they are a new creation. So 2 Corinthians 5:17. So yeah.
Okay. Anyway, so that was my birthday suit. Yes. So Marty put, Marilyn's wearing her birthday suit today. Oh, yeah. Anyway.
That was later, though.
So, because the next day, on July 30th.
I'm sorry.
We had fun. On July 31st, that's my birthday. We
So now this is.
we're in Ardmore, Oklahoma.
Well, wait. Okay, so yeah, that was we were going up 35 in Texas. I can start the truck and turn the air on a little bit, otherwise bugs will come in.
Oh, it's hot.
But yeah, so that one where she got the outfit was I don't remember the town, but it was on 35 going north from Texas, one of the first little towns. Yeah, and then
They had an A&W too, and they had root beer.
yeah, yeah,
That was
it
good.
so good.
Oh, it was so good.
And then Friday morning we woke up and it was her birthday, and we were in Ardmore, Oklahoma, and then
Yeah, then so we went and did a little geocache and went up in this little woods thing, but it had been muggled, so it was all over. But anyway, Marty stayed down and held down the fort at the parking lot while I was in
it was in the woods and I didn't want. I was it looked like spider country, so
Anyway, so then afterwards we went to the IHOP and had a breakfast, and they actually had gluten-free pancakes, so I had a nice breakfast. Then I was really excited because we were going to go through Ottawa, Kansas, and I have a friend in Ottawa who I have not seen in over 30 years, but we just reconnected through Facebook in this last year, and so I was really excited to go see her, and now we had all this time so we can actually spend some time. So we went there and chatted a bit. Marty was gracious because her husband didn't come home till 5, 6 o'clock.
yeah, it was fun. We had about a 4-hour visit with them. It was fun.
Yeah, and she made us some supper and stuff, and so just kind of getting reconnected and remembering some of our old silly things that we did when we were kids. And then afterwards, we wanted to get a little farther, so we went.
I wanted to get east of Kansas City, so yeah, we were heading east on 35 or northeast, and we got to Kearney, Missouri for the night in the Pilot. And that it was a little bit later. It was more like 10. But again, we're in a hurry, so then we slept in the next day.
Yeah, we got ice cream. I think I got I get a Snickers bar?
Yeah, I think so.
Something like that.
Ice cream sandwiches are special treats in the Pilot there. Because it was Friday night. Friday night's ice cream at our house.
Yeah, and it was birthday night. So
yeah. So, that was,
so Friday night and birthday night, gotta have ice cream.
Yeah. That was wonderful. It was fun. Little things like that. Wonderful memories.
Yeah, quite special. It was kind of a really nice birthday. And so then on Saturday, we woke up and we did a couple, we did one geocache that was called the Flint Hills.
That was the day
that was
before.
in Iowa.
That was the day before in Kansas, before Ottawa, in Flint Hills.
Was
yeah,
it
we did that one.
Okay.
You can talk about that one.
Okay. Oh, the Flint Hills, and that was just interesting seeing all the different rocks and stuff, and there was cows, and there was it was kind of fun.
I'll speak up a little bit more. 'Cause it's
Okay.
now. Sorry.
Anyway.
Got the AC on because it was getting hot. So.
Yeah, it's starting to sweat. I didn't used to sweat. I don't know what happened. I don't know. Anyway.
You're pretty hot.
And oh my goodness, yeah. We had a lot of laughs, and I needed that because it has been.
I love to see you laugh and smile. You don't know how gladly.
It's been ages since I had little kids, because little kids make you laugh. They do the little silly things they do, and if you have the grandkids over, I might laugh at some of the silly things they do, but I don't laugh. So it was neat to. That's one thing that Marty does is he laughs, and he tries to help other people to laugh. So if you see his videos, just know he's trying to help you laugh. So then.
So yeah, that was in Ottawa the day before. So the Saturday morning, I think we got a Missouri one going north on 35. I think we must. I don't remember where it was. Oh, it was the one on the fence, maybe. trees or something.
I don't remember. But we had this amazing hike, you know, and
Well,
I
yeah,
think
when
of
we get to
Iowa. I think Iowa as everybody says, oh, Iowa's so flat, it's all corn, it's all flat. Man, this was gorgeous. I could have stayed there for a long, long time. I was getting tired because we walked a lot, but it was amazing.
It was actually, as you're going north on 35, I-35 from Missouri, you cross into Iowa. I think it's exit 4 or exit 7. It's what's the town? Lamoni, Iowa, I think, something like that. Anyway, on the eastbound side of the highway, there's a rest area, but it's there's a lake and there's hiking trails, and it's just a beautiful area. One of the most beautiful areas of Iowa, I think. So yeah, we went really neat hike. And if you want to see that full video, that's on my channel. We actually made a video of that hike. She took pictures, and it was wonderful.
It was beautiful. But so then we ended up coming.
We kept rolling through Iowa and then into Minnesota. We got home about 7, 8 o'clock Saturday night.
Yeah, and it's so funny because I didn't realize the whole depth of when you come to the driveway, how it's like, oh, home. Oh, home. And I'm going, I need to make it special, more special when he comes home, because it's like, yes, this is home. And it's, even though he only gets to be home a couple days, maybe a week, 4 days, whatever, to make that special more, because I realized how just the being cooped up in a little place, you have to go to the bathroom. You have to find a bathroom. Sometimes when you get older, you should have to find it sooner than you can. So I'm going to be a little personal here.
When I gotta go, I gotta go.
There's what I thought it was unique to Marty, but I found out it's not, because we went to one place we were at. I went to go to the bathroom, and then pretty late, and one of the ladies, she come out and she's like, I am getting too old for this. I just started this job. This is my first overnight, but these trash bags are heavy. Said, these guys put their pee jugs in it. Marty's gracious. If you think it's gracious, I don't know. But he dumps it on the side of the road instead, so that nobody has to carry his pee around.
It's just one of those things, though. It seems kind of gross, but I've done it my whole life of trucking. I have a jug in here. You just have to go. I have to go so quick. I couldn't get pulled over to a truck stop or rest area quick enough. So I'm lucky if I can get pulled over on the side of the road to go back and use my pee jug. And I also have a porta potty up on top. So,
I had to use that a couple times.
Yeah, you just have to. It's just part of it. It's just, yeah.
Because, if you're in the middle of nowhere, because on the interstates, sometimes there's quite a few miles in between places. And then you might have an exit, but does it have a bathroom? Does it have a gas station? Does it have... And so those are some things. Okay.
I haven't even talked about that on my channel yet, but it's part of it. It's just,
and being away from home and the meals. I was going to mention something about the meals. Okay, so we have all these meals that we were going to have. We have rice. We have chicken. We have all this stuff. I mean, canned
tuna
chicken
and soup and.
But when you're trying to go really fast. And like on that Monday and Tuesday, we didn't have time to get back there and make something.
So you eat out.
And so you grab something from the gas station. Or if you go to the bathroom, well, the courteous thing is to buy something. What do you buy? Something. And so I'm more appreciative and more understanding about spending than I was before.
Sometimes you got to spend a lot, and it's not even really good food. But it's better in here. And now with the microwave, I can make rice, I can make soup, and so try to not spend as much. And I used to eat just cold tuna out of a can. But yeah, you have to spend the truck stops too. It's just part of it.
And the end of the day, sometimes if it's 9 o'clock at night, do you feel like cooking?
Or maybe even if I wanted to, I don't want to eat that late. So I'll still be driving, but about 6, I'll grab a corn dog or whatever and just, I try to eat halfway healthy, but because I was eating Doritos a minute ago. But.
So those are some of the things that I learned to truck driving, that getting in and out of the truck. Oh my goodness. My hip was really bothering me. And so it took a little bit to get in and out. And just the, going to the bathroom where other people go to the bathroom all the time and not having your own bathroom, not having your own sink, not having your own showers. Oh, we showered once.
In a week. I try to every day or every other day, but it just doesn't happen a lot of times because it has to be at a Pilot or Flying J because I get free showers. I'm not going to pay for showers if I get free ones, so you got to time it to get to that kind of truck stop, and sometimes it's late or you don't have time. And
I was impressed with the truck stop that what was it?
There was a Flying J.
Flying J. It was very, very clean and very large. And
with the COVID stuff, they're even spending more time to get them even cleaner. So
yeah, I was very impressed with the cleanliness of it, and it sure did feel good when it was just once.
Yeah, the showers are nice.
Anyway, trying to think if there's anything else.
I don't know. And the thing is, I've been gonna do it like a day in the life of truck driver on my channel, and it's always different. And even in our trip, it was a week long. I mean, we left on Monday, we got back Saturday night. Every day was different. So yeah, you never know. There's so many unpredictable things: loading, getting unloaded, waiting, weather. But it works. And I just try to honor God in it, and I'm so glad she came with me. We can do that more because it was wonderful.
It was fun. I'm just not sure I'm the closed in space kind of person.
Yeah.
But he's going to school, and so he does his homework, and he watches YouTube videos. He makes YouTube videos, and tries to find something at least one time when he's gone. Tries to find a place to hike, a place to
see water.
Just
sit by water. Yeah. Well, the last trip it really didn't get much, and it was a longer, harder trip. But just try to find joy in every day as I'm working.
Because otherwise, it gets to be a lot. Anyway, thank you.
Thank you, hon.
And thank you for all the hard work that you do, and for letting me come with you that time and experience the whole thing. Anyway, bye. I'm not good at this.